Thank you for coming, Karen.
Thank you.
Appreciate you for coming and helping us out with this. So this is standing balance series, and it's very challenging in that not only is it a balance series, but there are transitional movements. So he's not just standing on one leg or one pose. He's going to move from pose to pose without placing his foot back on the ground again. Now, that having been said, you always have to work at your own level. So any of the poses that we do can be done as individual poses if you're finding that it's too challenging to link them together. Also, be aware of the surface that you're doing the exercise on. That also has a lot to do with the difficulty level. We happen to be standing on something very, very soft. It's like a giant marshmallow. So if you're beginning or you're finding it too challenging, make sure your surface area is a little bit more stable, wood preferably than concrete. So I would ask you to start the movement from your center, in that that's where you're going to bring your attention to. You're going to draw your navel in slightly. Make sure you're looking forward towards my hand. If you look down or you look around and balancing, you're going to find it a lot more challenging to focus and stay. Traditionally, you would take your arm and extend it, focus on the point where your finger is, remove your hand, and that's where you affix your gaze. That's called a fixation point. So I want you to keep your gaze, draw yourself forward, and bend your knee, reaching upward and going into a one-leg balance. Never force yourself into the position, and always respect what's going on with your knee. Try to bring your heel to the outside of your buttock and close the gap. Bring it in as much as you're able to. Keeping both knees in alignment, and he's doing really, really well. Now the second position, he's going to draw his leg up towards the front of his body, using both arms, interlock your fingers, exhale strongly, and pull it firmly against your body while keeping forward. Now push down and grow a little taller. Beautiful. Now I want you to gently rotate your leg, holding on with the lower leg with one hand, and pull it in towards your body, trying to get it as flush as humanly possible. Again, keeping that length in the spine. Very, very, very nice. Now inhaling, exhaling, and releasing, and bringing your leg back down, shifting back onto two legs. Very, very well done. It was so well done, in fact, that I'm going to ask him to do the other side. So, if you would be so kind, once again, you want to bring your attention back to the center. Start to shift your weight onto the opposite leg. Draw it underneath you and bring it up. Another point I want to bring out is that when you're going into balance postures, make sure you always work in balance. If you find yourself being too challenged, then stay at the level you are until you're able to bring it to a new level. Try not to use any objects around you to support yourself, because it defeats the purpose. Fighting in the position is exercising. Fighting in the position is getting you stronger and getting you better at what you're doing. So as you reach the first position, I want to point something out. His heel is going to come to the outside of the buttock as he brings it flush with his body, if his range of motion allows. The knees are going to be in line with each other, and if possible, his inner thighs will actually make a connection. So if I were looking from one side, it would appear as if he's only got one leg. Now that he's situated himself, I'm going to ask you to go into position number 2. Keep that focus. Exhale and draw that leg up. Good. Take another breath when you need it. Exhale and really work it and bring that thigh in as close as possible. Beautiful. And now I'm going to ask him to hold on to the lower leg, rotate, exhale once again, and really try to get that whole piece to be one unit, and grow a little taller. Marvelous. And release and shift back to 2 feet. Couldn't have done it better. Couldn't have done it better. Very well, well done.